say about it because I couldn't come up with anything witty to say. So let's get started on the ingredients. We're going to need 2 cups of mayonnaise. Now if you don't have any mayonnaise, have no fear. Mayonnaise is one of the easiest condiments to put together. But we do need to make it first because it does need to sit on the countertop for a little bit of time. We're going to start with 2 eggs, a teaspoon of kosher salt, and 2 tablespoons of vinegar. We're going to blend those together on low. Then we're going to replace the lid with a funnel, which will help keep the egg from splashing all over the place, and slowly drizzle in 2 cups of canola oil. You'll probably need to stop and scrape down the sides a couple of times. Once it's done blending, just set it aside on the countertop until you're ready to use it, or about an hour. After that, it should probably go in the refrigerator. We're going to need a pound of fried bacon in small pieces. Now, you can either do that by frying it in full strips and crumbling it, or you can cut it up beforehand and fry it in the small pieces. If you're going to do that, it works best to partially freeze the bacon before you cut it up. Whether you fry it in full strips or in these little pieces, you do need to start it off in a cold pan. We're going to fry it until it's mostly done, and then we're going to take it out and allow it to cool on a plate. Before we put any layers in here, let's talk about what we're going to be putting it in. Now, I think using a shallow dish gives you better lettuce to topping ratios, so I'm using a shallow rectangular 4-inch tall dish. The bottom layer of our 7-layer salad is an entire head of iceberg lettuce. The first thing we need to do is to pop out that core, and the easiest way to do that is just to bash it a couple of times on a hard surface. You'll feel the core loosen, and all you have to do is turn it over and pull it out. Now, you could cut this lettuce, but I like to tear lettuce for a salad. I just think it looks better. Whatever you do, make sure the pieces are bite-sized. Remember, you need to be able to eat 1 piece as a forkful and not have to cut it in half. On top of this lettuce, we've got 1 large bell pepper that's been diced finely, 1 small bunch of green onions that have been sliced very thinly, and about 1 cup of frozen petite peas that have been thawed. On top of all those vegetables go that 2 cups of mayonnaise. Now, this is the only dressing you're going to be using for this salad, so use liberally. On top of the mayonnaise goes grated cheddar cheese. Now, I grated a whole pound, but I probably only used between 2/3 and 3/4 of it. If you like a lot of cheese, use all of it. If you don't like so much, use about a ½ pound. Last up, we're going to top it with that pound of crumbled bacon. Now, this is ready to serve immediately, but you could cover it and put it in the refrigerator to serve later. This 7-layer salad has enough in it to be a full meal unto itself. But tonight, I'm treating it as a side salad. Let's give this a taste. I know it's going to be good. Delicious.